HipHopSince1987.com.
Yo, welcome to the Wake Up Call, the world's most dangerous podcast you ever seen in your life. Say I'm hungry.
That was my danger.
What the hell was that? You sound like a damn lost.
Anyways, it's your Naomi May.
And this your boy, Brother Kurt. I ain't out here.
Whatever.
How was your week?
First off, that was rude. We have a special guest today.
I'm sorry.
Like,
I told you I'm not used to this.
We have a special guest. Could you introduce yourself?
Bok Nero, what have you been? Worldwide Nero.
Aw, shit. Applause and shit.
In the building.
So he will be.
How you doing today?
I'm chilling, man. I'm just decompressing right now, real.
I figured
Taking it easy.
I like your pink do-rag, very Cameron Dipset vibes.
Thank you, bro.
You know
yeah, if I'm not on stage, I really don't walk without it. It's a crazy story about it. I'll get into that later, but you know I always keep my do-rag on now.
Is it like LeBron James?
No, it's not even that. So
let's not.
All right, we'll talk about that.
You talking about being rude, LeBron? I just realized why he wear a do-rag now too.
We'll talk about
I
that.
ain't in it. I don't even know what's going on with LeBron right now.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. Let's get into our top 3 for the week.
All right, let's get this shit popping. You drop a bomb one time for us?
For what?
Because it's the Wake Up Call. Drop that damn bomb for this top 3 shit.
Oh.
See? You talking about I'm fucking up. Thank you.
Alright, so our top 3.
Right.
You want to start off?
You can start.
Okay, so we talked about last week, T.I. and his daughter. New York has now passed a law making it illegal for, parents to actually talk about your virginity. You can't ask for a virginity pack test. You can't ask for a hymen test. It's now illegal in New York to do that because of T.I.
Yo, that's some shit.
Do you feel like it's because of him, or he just knew what was coming? Because he's married to the political streets.
I feel like he brought light to it. I feel like he's not the only man that's done that, because we put T.I. on this high pedestal.
Yeah.
That since he's like open about it with no remorse, everybody's like, whoa. The backlash from the feminist community, the backlash that he received, kind of like said, all right, we need these votes, so let's please them because they're the larger audience, and let's just make this.
I think this was the baddest move I've ever seen T.I. did. I think this shit was worse than getting locked up with all them fucking weapons of mass destruction guns he had that time he got booked.
I feel like it was like he was just doing him. Like I don't agree with what he did, nor do I disagree, because that's his personal life, that's his family. The fact that it's just public knowledge now is what made it like a social issue that people wanted to address. You feel me?
Exactly, because no one said anything when he talked about he don't care if his son, his 15-year-old son, was having sex. No one said anything about that. He was open and honest about it. No one said anything.
T.I. acting like he ain't got like 7 kids. He was out here doing all types of shit when he was a young boy. So.
Yeah, but it's the difference. Like, we put T.I. on this high pedestal, and I don't know why.
It's because number one, he one of the best rappers of all time.
He's an icon.
He's an icon.
Yes.
If you had a Mount Rushmore of Atlanta rappers, T.I. damn sure right there.
So you had to narrow it down to Atlanta rappers.
No, I'm just saying, like, because Atlanta is like one of the biggest hip hop cities on some shit. It'd be T.I., Luda, T.I., Luda, Jeezy, and then you got like Split, Outkast.
I'm not mad at the list. You feel me?
I'm not mad at it.
It makes sense.
It does make sense.
T.I. won a Grammy. T.I. did more than music.
So you think if it wasn't T.I., if someone else that wasn't at his standard, you think if they said something like this, it would have this big of an impact?
I feel like it would, because people just want to look for a reason to have an opinion on something. You feel me? So it's like, even if I just feel like it held more weight because we look at T.I. as like someone with a logical, rational way of thinking, and he knows how to express himself intelligently or intellectually. So
that's what this is.
It holds weight.
It does hold weight.
Yeah. See, it's just crazy because like T.I., his background, trapping and all that, the way he just was brought up and coming from the gutter like all of us, and then the way he conversate by himself all the time. I try to get a T.I. voice on, but and everybody put him up on the, like you say, on the pedestal because he's very like He is intelligent. It just, like I said, that was a badass move.
It was, but even I'm gonna kind of like have a divergent segment on T.I. He was on Red Table Talk where he didn't understand what patriarchy was. So it's like we had this man on this high standard. He doesn't even understand what patriarchy is. So why are we?
Because you got to look at the climate and the people here around. It's like when you think of Atlanta and the music, you think of like dumbed down beats, vibe driven. You know what I'm saying? More emotional. Like Young Thug is a vibe. He's not a lyricist, right? So you got somebody that come from Atlanta that like can like, you know, articulate himself the way T.I. do is stand out. So it's like, you know, you got Killer Mike, you got all of them, but like T.I. the most like popular person that had like a lane and was able to articulate himself. So it's just like, oh, all right, yeah, T.I., you know what I'm saying? You hold it down.
He was on Red Table Talk with Tiny, talking about infidelity, talking about just opening the light of what type of person T.I. is. Like, I think everyone glorifies him because he is a good rap. He's a great rapper.
He's a great rapper. And not only knows how to articulate himself. But it's because he chooses to. You gotta think when 2 Chainz would probably be a better person to put in that situation.
Yeah.
Graduated college, but that's not the image that he give off. So you're not gonna look to 2 Chainz. But you know,
but that's not. I honestly think the Red Table Talk kind of like opened people's eyes to who T.I. actually is, as opposed to who people want T.I. to be.
Right.
T.I. is just a regular guy that has regular issues. That has, you know, he says certain things that sometimes he doesn't, you know, always understand what he's saying. He's just saying things just to say it because he knows he's going to get a reaction. Or he knows that this is what I'm supposed to say. But some of the stuff on the Red Table Talk was kind of like, it made me look at him and Tiny's relationship a little differently. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, they had a TV show and it was more so like glamorized. But then when you have like an intimate setting and you hear him talking about, you know, infidelity and laughing at her pain, it's kind of like you just see the man instead of the artist.
See, it's a lot, like I said, it's a lot. It's crazy how life changes. Like how the way he started, the way he grew up, you know, then he's the rapper, with the kids, now how he is. It's crazy how we get to look at people like lives through like goddamn small screens.
The evolution, and we think that we know them and stuff. It's like, we don't really know.
It's a situation where it's like you live, like they live long enough to see them become the villain, you feel me? Like,
that's a Batman quote, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's true because it's like this person doing all this in our eyes until they do one thing wrong, then you're like that one thing.
That is a bad guy shit. I didn't, you know, sometimes people fuck up. Everybody fuck up. You fuck up, I fuck up, one man right here fuck up, everybody fuck up.
I don't fuck up. I am a black unicorn and I am perfect. That's my mommy and daddy told me.
Shit.
Speaking of other artists, Lil Nas X is now the top growing first gay male country artist.
You know, shout outs to him. Cause like in the rap game, that's like on some shit, and it's fucked up to say this, but and it's need to change. But like when you as a rapper and they say, "Oh, you gay," like that shit like crucifies your fucking career. Like that shit. So? Yeah, like being like the rap game, like being quote unquote gay. Like a lot of people like that's unmasculated. Like the fuck no, and rappers supposed to be like the most masculated motherfuckers around. And I'm not saying like I agree with that. But that's the persona it comes off. Like, and
so do you think if he was a rapper, you think he would dominate as much as he's dominating the country artists in rap right now?
Say that again.
You think if he was strictly rap, hip hop, you think he would dominate the way he's dominating country? Like, granted, if he had the hottest bars, we're not even talking about the songs. Like, what if he had the hottest bars, like had the hottest songs, had the hottest lyrics, the punchlines? You think he would dominate if he was a gay black rapper?
I don't know, cause like I said, that's like
impossible because
go ahead.
Hip hop, like rap culture, is built off of like masculinity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No weakness. That's why, you know, 06 and down, it was like you really had to live what you rapped about.
Right.
That's why Beanie Siegel was so big, and you know what I mean, like well respected because it was a certain lifestyle that came with this hip hop. You know what I mean, and that's what it's built on. And I mean, regardless of, you know, how creative you are, how like lyrical you are, rap wouldn't let you.
Right.
I mean,
only one person I heard and got away with some kind of like homosexual bars and got away, like basically got away with murder. Biggie. Biggie said, and I quote on the song "Me and My Bitch."
I know the song.
Yeah, I might get the lyrics wrong, but when I first laid eyes on you, my false was a trip. You look so good, I suck on your daddy's dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got away with that shit. But that was Biggie.
That was a different time.
But still, in the fact that he, you know what I mean, he not a gay rapper.
Right.
That was just some pause-worthy shit to say, you feel me?
Right, but he ain't never get like, what the fuck? Like, he never got.
But then, all right. So you think if that bar was to be dropped today, would receive a different reaction?
Yeah.
So maybe that's the reason. Maybe the reason is that there was a reaction, but there wasn't a platform to show that type of reaction.
No, because it wasn't a person. Like Biggie wasn't like a gay rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was just some pause-worthy shit. Again, like it's just. Regardless of the times, it's just like the hip hop community won't let certain things happen. Like hip hop is the only genre that doesn't create subgenres or openly welcome subgenres. Like,
that is very true.
They gave so much hell to mumble rap when it came. That's not real hip hop. That is real hip hop. It's an emotion. Like, it's an art form. Like how you gonna tell these kids that represent the future that that's not hip hop? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Hip hop is the most criticized genre of all.
So do you think hip hop should have subgenres?
Absolutely. It does have subgenres. It should be more accepting of these subgenres and stop segregating and forcing people into other lanes. Like what I do is hip hop. You feel me? Like you think hood EDM. That's you know what I'm saying. That's the genre that I created. That's what I do. Is me rapping over electronic dance music, right?
Yeah.
When you think of the beginning of hip hop, you think of rappers rapping over disco breakbeats.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what hip hop is built on. Right. So what I'm doing, how you gonna tell me what I'm doing is not hip hop? You feel me?
Yeah. What's that show on Netflix? It was canceled after one season.
You talking about the John McCarty?
The Get Down. No, the Get Down. The Get Down actually showed the origination of hip hop. They actually showed how they took disco rap. They took the disco albums and they scratched the albums up and they actually created the beats. Yeah. So in actuality, it wasn't no beat making. It was just taking pre-existing albums and creating the beat. Then you rapped over it.
Well, the first hip hop song that got charted was Sugar Hill Gang, and I might be wrong, but the Sugar Hill Gang Rappers Delight.
Okay.
And then it sounded hip hop, like all that. That's exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's right. I mean, hip hop should be more accepted, but I think that goes with a larger subject that we'll talk about a little later on about what is black culture. Like, how do you say what is not black culture because it's not into the societal norm?
Right.
So we're going to Bernie Sanders is our next topic.
I love me some goddamn Bernie Sanders. That's my guy. That's my guy.
He proposed to have all HBCUs tuitions free.
That's why he's my guy.
But did you go to HBCU?
I did, but listen, I met Bernie Sanders one time. He actually gave me a hug. I didn't even ask for a hug.
That's all you need for them to be your guy?
Yo, no.
If anybody want to be Kurt's guy, just come give him a hug, y'all.
No.
Your guy.
No, that's some Paul shit. Anyway, listen, I went to his rally because he was my guy. I believe everything he talks about. Well, you know, all that politics, they be talking that bullshit, but I really, like, out of all the stuff, his opinions, I really fuck with that the most. Like, you know, and especially like he want to help the youth. Only thing is, the reason to me he didn't win presidency, last 4 whatever years ago, is because he old and it's fucked up.
People keep saying he's old, but him and Donald Trump, their age is only 2-3 years apart. Like Bernie just look old.
Right, Donald Trump is like 71.
That's what I'm saying. They're not like Bernie's not that much older. You know, like white people sometimes they age badly. But, and unfortunately,
but it's not even the fact that, like you said, he look old.
Yeah,
that's enough.
Yeah,
not want to. You know what I mean?
People are visual learners.
But
they
said being a president is the most stressful job.
Yeah, you saw Obama.
Obama was black-headed. He was great. They gave Obama hell.
Lord knows how Bernie's gonna look after 4 years.
But the thing is, with Bernie doing that shit is lit. What are you doing?
But do you think he should? Why do you think he should limit it to HBCUs?
I ain't say that.
No, I'm saying, do you think he should just limit it to HBCUs, or should he just limit it to like black students? I don't know. Like, how would you?
The reason why, number one, you gotta fuck with him because he didn't even go to a HBCU and he's saying that shit. Bernie did.
Oh, Bernie was definitely shooting in the gym. Like there's a lot of historic pictures of Bernie at the walks with Birmingham. Like he was definitely there. Like,
he ain't gonna know HBCU.
I know he didn't. He was right there marching.
Oh yeah, there's a picture of him and Martin Luther.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not the fact that he didn't go to the HBCU. Yeah, he was right there. Young Bernie, he was fine too. Back in the day, Young Bernie was fine.
Yo, you gotta put.
Young Joe Biden was fine too.
Yo, you got only person that was bad. I give you that one because no, pause. True, that shit. No, because Betty White was bad as shit too. So I'll give you that one too. Yeah. I love looking at all that. Yeah, exactly. But anyway,
This conversation.
this is crazy. But listen, all that right there, he didn't even experience the HBCU, and he like, they need to be free. That's to show you he down for like other cultures, and he understand the culture.
And it's
problems.
good because I don't think people realize like funding for HBCU, they don't get as much funding as bigger universities, and a lot of top athletes will opt out of going to HBCUs for larger schools. So it's like if you give them a free ride or give them, more funding, I think more black people be more accepting to go to HBCUs because they're not as prominent as they once were. Yeah, we see them often, but it's so many of them that they're not getting that much funding.
Right.
If that makes sense.
No, you're right about the athlete one because
a lot of top athletes. No, you don't see top athletes going to HBCUs and playing.
No, thanks. But the first, the first black quarterback that won the Super Bowl MVP, he went to HBCU.
Who?
Doug Williams.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
He went to I think Gambling State.
Alright.
Like
Shout out to you, Doug.
Yeah, he went in the Redskins back in the 80s.
And being black. Oh, it's our favorite topic.
Oh, it's on?
Yes.
Alright, so I was being all nice. Now I get to be crazy.
Yes, this is our dumbass of the week.
Let me take your head. Listen, where the camera? You know I gotta go crazy. I gotta do this shit. Let me tell you why this person would get dumbass of the week. As a man, we got certain codes. And one of them, and when I say this, ladies, don't come at me with that crazy shit. But one of the rules are bros before hoes. So let me explain this to you. There are 4 guys back in the early 2000s, and they had all the hoes chasing them. One nigga name is Amarion. The next nigga name is Lil Fez. The other nigga with the swollen lip, I don't know his name.
Raspy.
Yeah, Raspy. And then
J Bud.
J Bud. I'm sorry.
On their name.
J Bud. Their name was B2K. I still don't know what B2K
Boys
stands for.
2000.
For real?
Yes.
All right. Hold on. I got you. But look, they went and got all, they broke records, blah, blah, blah. Right?
R. Kelly wrote majority of these songs.
Yeah, let me get this popping. Hold on. So they broke it records. I know R. Kelly did that.
Yeah.
I feel some type of way now. Anyway, they stopped in like 02, some shit like that. And they all went their separate ways.
Right before their tour, because I had tickets for that too.
Omarion was the main star of it. He was Paul McCartney of the Beatles and shit.
Beyonce.
And yeah, he was the Beyonce. He left and did his thing, and then boom. Alright, let's get back to 18, 19, such as years later, right? They go on a tour, reunion, right?
Get to the point, yeah.
Let's get you. I have a background story. They go to tour, the reunion, they did money, blah, 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 everything cool. One of them is on Love and Hip Hop. No, both of them. Both of them is on Love and Hip Hop. Lil Fez, Amarion, and then they got a baby mama named April.
They don't have a baby mama. Amarion has a baby mama.
I'm going to explain it. I got this. Amarion.
It's like 3 minutes and like you're not even to the point.
Yo, I'm getting to the point. Amarion messed with a girl named April. They had a baby. Amarion, boom. They go on tour, bam. Everything good. Lil Fez.
First off.
Lil.
I can't let you butcher this story.
Go ahead.
Marion and April, they were together. They had 2 kids together. They were together for a while. In the meantime, Fizz had a baby mama, Moniece. They had a baby. Blah blah. Fizz and Moniece's relationship has been up and down. Moniece's been going through a lot of mental health issues, and Fizz just been like, I don't care. So Amarion and April, they broke up. April finds comfort in Fizz, saying, oh, he's there for me when I needed help. But it's like, Fizz, you have a whole baby mama who's been asking you for this type of support, and you over there with your man's baby mama.
Right. So like I was saying. So, April messed it with Lil Fizz. So, what Amarion did, he ain't get mad.
No. Then we gotta call Fizz. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, he ain't get mad. He's like, oh, you want to mess with my shorty? Go ahead, do your thing. Whatever. That's my second dishes anyway. Go ahead, do your thing.
He didn't say
so,
that. Amarion was very unbothered. He went on to say,
and they said he did.
No,
anyway.
I'm just saying. He went on to say, look, that is the mother of my children. Whatever affects her affects my children and affects me. So as long as she's happy, it affects all my kids, and then it makes me happy.
Yeah, that's the public answer. His real back in his head said, you got my second dishes. I don't give a fuck anymore. Anyway, he goes and say, I'm going to get him back now. So he has a tour. He did the what's it called? What's the damn tour? Say the tour.
Yeah, you say it.
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 You say it. Whatever the damn tour is called.
The Millennium 2.
Yeah. So instead of bringing B2K back, he gets Bow Wow and the rest of the game, cut the nigga off. So.
But not only that, he drops the flyer on Fizz's birthday.
On his birthday. So on his birthday. Now, this is Dumbass of the Week, but I also want to give out the most savage award goes to Omarion. Not only you took my man money away.
He took his money away.
Not only you did it on his birthday. You just a cold brother for that shit. So Lil Fizz, bros before hoes. You know better to do some shit like that. Now Omarion took your money and he did it on his birthday. Now you and your baby mom gotta go get that VH1 money. Meanwhile, he about to go with Bow Wow and make all types of more money. Dumbass, drop that bomb one time for me. Thank you. Now how you feel about this, Naomi?
First off, woo, I feel like I'm 30. That was a while. I feel as though, honestly, so they might have dropped B2K because, like I said earlier, like R. Kelly wrote most of their songs. That could be a political, not even political, but more so like, all right, we're not trying. That I think that was that from R. Kelly's tape?
Yeah, man.
From R. Kelly's tape.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could be like I don't want to stir no more controversy because last year when they went on tour, R. Kelly was on trial and they couldn't really pull back because they already had the tracks in motion. Right. It was more so like let's boycott R. Kelly. Was like yo, this is our money. Omarion went on to be solo. None of his songs were written by R. Kelly, so he has more freedom with his songs now because he doesn't have B2K. Right. Now, granted, that would be my answer if I was Omarion, why not bringing B2K out? But it could have been, motivated by spite because if you realize they had Chris Stokes was their manager and he had a little thing with Raz B and last year Raz B was like, I don't want to do this anymore. It was a big blow up. Like, so it could be many different causes of why B2K is not along. But if Omarion is going to do this, it's his choice. Like, what they going to say? They can't say nothing. He was unbothered. He's honestly unbothered and he's about his money. He didn't say anything. He didn't react any negatively. I don't care what was in his head. He didn't react negatively. He didn't say anything bad about April. He didn't say anything bad about Fizz. Nothing bad. He was about his money and he kept it moving.
That's how you kill somebody. You kill them. You don't get
with kindness.
No. You kill them in their pockets. That's how you get them. He was Stone Cold Steve Austin cold for that shit.
But anyways, I don't believe in dating other people's exes anyway. I just feel like, especially if they were like, I feel like they were like brothers. I don't know. I feel like we saw them grow up. I mean, it's the picture with all of them stacked on each other. Like, you gotta be close to do that.
How you feel kissing another woman when, I already kissed that woman. Now you...
I mean, kissing is dumb.
No. I was trying to be nice, but yeah.
It is what it is. And April went on to say that Fizz is the best sex in her life, so.
But she did say that. But she was probably giving Omarion head. Now he touching Omarion. Yeah, that's too much. That's too much going on.
That's her life.
But listen, she, like they say on Friday, she kept it all in the family. Nice.
Shout out to Omarion Millennium. What is it?
You got it.
Oh, I got it. Mm-hmm. I will be there. Probably be front 2 rows. Probably wear my
You should wear a Lil Fizz shirt. Yeah,
you should wear a Lil Fizz shirt.
You should that shit with the braids and shit. Free Lil Fizz.
I will be there. Sammy's gonna be there. Bow Wow's gonna be there.
Can we pause that real quick?
Pleasure P and what?
What the fuck does Sammy done besides that one little song?
Just because he is not, on major record labels and major out there, he's been making music for the past 20 years.
I only know that one song. I like it, baby, baby.
That was actually 20 years ago.
That's the only song I know.
That was actually legit 20 years ago. November 30th, 1999.
That's crazy. The Gang Twins on it though.
Yeah.
I fucked with the Gang Twins.
Yeah. Honestly, their show last year, I was surprised at how put together the Millennium Tour was. These guys were really not out of breath. I feel like they really trained for that and they gave people what they wanted. Granted, they passed their prime. They old as hell. But it's to still be able to sell out shows at your age and haven't dropped albums in decades shows the type of star power they were. Honestly.
Was you out there shaking like a salt shaker?
I was shaking it like a pepper shaker, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder.
Now, Bok, how you feel about this dumbass of the week? Was it given right? Was it deserved?
I don't really know too much about that situation, so
I feel you.
It sounds crazy though, he slept with his baby mom.
Basically, Lil Fizz messed with Omarion baby mama now.
That's wild.
It's wild. Like, that's like one of your brothers messing with your baby mom. Like, it's a no-no. If they're a man or woman, it's just a no-no. I mean, there's 7 billion people in this world? Come on. Find someone else.
And then the thing is, they try to front it at first. Talking about some, no.
Honestly, they probably weren't.
That's my friend.
They probably weren't friends. But that's honestly how relationships go. Like, people, they come at you out of nowhere. They're just friends. But anyways, let's move on. So, let's start with our danger zone. So here, our danger zone, we do kind of like a rapid fire. We'll give our guests a choice of two different, not even two different, but they're like similar subjects, similar topics, and you have to pick which topic you want. So I'm gonna let you go first. You can do 5, and I'll do 5.
All right, cool. You ready, brother? Welcome to it.
Let's get an example first.
So basically, I'm gonna give you 1 minute, and I'm gonna throw some questions at you. You got 1 minute, and I'm gonna ask a whole bunch of questions in 1 minute pass.
Can we get an example?
You give the example. Then.
That's what I'm asking. So if I say Pringles or Lay's, something like that.
Janet Jackson or Whitney Houston.
That would be an example.
All right, cool.
Give me an example.
Yeah, because I mean, you just reiterate what I said.
You're getting motherfucking nervous today.
Wow.
Anyway.
Crazy on me.
I don't care.
You're a snitch.
Anyway. Alright, let's get it. You ready? You got that clock out?
I got it.
Alright, go. Nike or Adidas?
Adidas.
Jay or Kanye?
Jay.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna ask you the one already ready. Janet or Whitney?
Whitney.
Okay. Eagles or Sixers?
Eagles.
Cheesesteak or hoagie?
Cheesesteak.
Ooh. Pastor Geno's?
Neither.
Okay.
I had to answer that one.
Okay.
I had to answer that one.
Okay. And I'm trying one more. Give me one. PlayStation 4 or Xbox?
PlayStation.
My God. Okay. Boom.
You don't want your whole minute? You
said
just want 45 seconds?
I got some more. Biggie or Pop?
Pop.
Okay. Ready to die or all eyes on me?
All eyes on me.
Ooh, okay. Oh, Kendrick or J. Cole?
Kendrick.
Okay. Kendrick or Drake?
Drake.
Okay. Take care or nothing was the same.
Take care.
Alright, your minute is up.
Damn.
Dang, my question's not gonna be all like music related because I'm a weirdo.
He in the corner.
That's gonna be one of mine. Alright, so I'll start. Okay. So Pringles or Lay's?
Pringles.
Cheddar cheese or Cool Ranch?
Cool Ranch.
Regular Cheetos or Fire Cheetos?
Fire.
Bacon on your burger or bacon off your burger?
Neither.
Ooh, okay. What about turkey bacon?
Turkey bacon is
Okay.
cool.
Math or science?
Science.
Gym or lunch?
Gym.
Going to sleep early or waking up early?
Waking up early.
Okay. Red or green?
Green.
Jumping jacks or push-ups?
Push-ups.
How many push-ups can you do in a minute?
A lot.
Say less. Alright, I think that's all I got.
Wait, I have one more for him. I forgot to lose mine. You done?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright. Oh, Fresh Prince or Martin? I forgot to ask you that.
It depends on.
That's the hardest question.
Yeah, it depends. It depends. Because it's an age thing. I feel like when you're younger, you watching Fresh Prince, but when you're older, you watching Martin.
Damn. I never thought about it like that. Because that's some real shit.
Yeah, it's an age thing.
Because I love Will Smith, especially movies and shit. Men in Black, all the kids.
Because we related to him.
Right.
Get jiggy with it. Comedies, but it was like his show was mature.
Right. Until we got older, then we got to relate. So that's a hard one.
It's an age thing.
Alright, I'm going to twist it up for you with this one more time then. Good times or a different world?
Good times.
Gotcha. Alright. Talk about it.
Oh, so what we're gonna do is gonna talk about a real talk topic for today, and it'll kind of tie into our interview with you. So, being 29 years old, you've encountered a lot throughout the community and stuff, and just the real talk topic is, when people say you're losing your black card. So, what exactly is a black card? Like, what do you have to have your black card? I know there's been memes around, like, if you don't watch certain amount of movies or these movies, then you're not considered black. If you don't do certain things, if you don't like certain foods, you're not considered black. Like, what is considered black?
I mean, it's weird. Like, you can't really like for me, it's like what do you consider like African American? Because black people all around the world. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, is a person in the UK is black. They go through similar, things that we go through over here, but it's like.
So I would say in America, what do you consider African American as our culture? Because I think we are, as a people, very close-minded.
We can get deep into that. Because now when you think of hip hop, like hip hop is bigger than just black culture now because it's pop culture. You know what I mean? Like the moment you decide to share a culture for monetary gain and purposes, is like it gets bigger than just. It's just like something we do on the street corners now. It's like
hip hop too damn big.
It's too big.
Like I was talking like before we got here, Cardi B.
Yeah.
How Cardi B got that fucking old rich white man money now. She ain't Cardi B loving hip hop.
And that's the thing is like, hip hop is bigger than just a color now.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So
it's a lifestyle.
Like now, in the same breath, do you take somebody a black person who don't listen to hip hop and they not black? You know
Exact. True question.
Because
like
you got old heads that listen to Motown, jazz, real, like you know what I mean, like. What they would consider like real music.
Right. Not even real, young boy.
But not even saying hip hop, but like as a culture, like if you don't, act a certain way, or if you don't listen to a certain type of music, or if you don't eat a certain type of food, like some people will be like, oh, you're not black, or you losing your black card.
See, I don't believe in that. Because saying that is like saying like you have to be limited to be black. Like I don't believe in that. You know what I mean? I believe that black people are like limitless.
I think.
I mean, so why limit yourself to like, oh, you speak like this? You know what I mean? You gotta talk crazy. You gotta sound like a slave, or you're not black. Like,
that is a great way of thinking. I honestly wish that the whole community would think that way, and I think if the whole community thought that way, we wouldn't have people try to hide who they are, try to pretend who they are, try to like fit into this this imaginary mold that you have to be, make the type of music that they think people want to hear. They'll be more open and more in touch with themselves if it was more accepting. That's just what I think.
I don't think first thing first, who the fuck is you to even judge my so unquote blackness? Are you like the fucking expert? Like,
I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter. Just like everyone has an opinion, everyone has something to say, but it's
dumb.
Like go around social media. If you haven't seen, like, I can personally say I've never seen Training Day. If I tell somebody that, oh, you're not black, or I've never seen Boys in the Hood.
And that's the thing is like I say, all those like Training Day, that's more so hip hop culture because it's like
King Kong ain't got shit.
You know what I mean? Like that's you hear that in samples on music. When he was walking around, he had the chain on the cross. Right. You know what I'm saying? The fade, like riding the lowrider. That's culture more so than like a color. You know what I mean?
That my nigga mean? That shit's crazy.
Yeah, like you know what that means when you see it, and when somebody send it to you, you know the vibe for it. You know what I mean?
Facts.
It's more so culture than like a color.
Yeah, cause like my opinion on that is like because you haven't seen say Friday or some shit like that. That doesn't mean that you ain't had a struggle in life or anything like that, or basically that makes you a preppy ass kid from fucking whatever. No, that shit's dumb.
Well, I'm gonna give you not even a synopsis, but an example. I used to talk to this guy, right? And I guess I don't know if this is a thing, like a struggle, like a comparison of struggle, which I don't really, I'm too fond of. I grew up in Northeast Philadelphia. He grew up in North Philly. He told me I don't know what it feels like to be black because I didn't grow up with the struggle. I didn't grow up doing X, Y, and Z. I said, why do we have to equate being black with the struggle? Like, why is that a certain thing that we have to say, like, oh, you never struggled, so you don't know what it feels like to be black? No, I know exactly what it feels like to be black. I said, you don't know what it feels like to be black, to be in third grade, being the only black person in your class when everybody's staring at you. Like, and he's like, well, that's different. It's not different. If I'm looking around, no one looks like me. I'm having this whole identity crisis at 9. Like, I'm not saying that makes me more black than you, but it's like, I don't test your blackness. I don't question your blackness. Why question my blackness? Because I don't know what it sounds like. He's like, well, you don't know what it sounds like when bullets fly through you. First off, you need to pick new friends if that's what you're going through. If you feel bullets fly through you, you need to, like, why do
find a better location?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, I feel like sometimes it's like a struggle Olympics.
That's I feel like that's a cop out. It's honestly a cop out, associating your blackness with the struggle, because it's like a lot of the struggle is self-inflicting, and it's like you know, like the moment we get some money, we want to flex on one another, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, now you know, in anywhere you go, like you go to Brazil. I went to Brazil.
Cause I know you travel. We'll talk about that.
So I was in Brazil in the favelas, right? When you go certain places, if you go to the third world country, I'm not wearing my grill. I'm wearing white t-shirts, shorts, dressing regular because it's like you walking around, you look like a target. You asking for these things. So the same thing when you're in the hood, it's like when you get this money, you start flexing on everybody. You asking for this attention because you're still in this area where people don't have it. So you're going, you know what I mean? And it just so happened that you're around other black people.
Speaking of that, you heard about Meek Mill's new artist? He doesn't have any jewelry, doesn't have anything. They asked him why. People are asking. He's like, first off, my mom don't have a house yet.
That's the realest answer.
My grandma going through chemo. What I look like spending $50,000?
So you see what I'm saying? He's woke.
Yeah, it's a flex or something.
He understands and he's changing the narrative because he's young enough to do that and have an impact on it. Like people associate the struggle with being black because, like I said, it's self-warranted. Like you look at like every minority, like the struggle should be associated with minorities. You know what I'm saying? Because just like take her parents as an example, right? It came from Vietnam. Her grandpa and her dad fought in a war for America. Her grandpa spent like 15 years in jail. Her dad had to walk through Thailand to like get to a safe zone to come over here. Her mom got shot coming over here. So it's like that's a struggle story, you know what I mean? But it's like it's not something they walk around like, oh yeah, what's
bragging about.
Like you need to give me this because I went through hard times. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's then you been in a conversation. Hey, how you doing? What's your name? Yeah, my mom got you.
Exactly. So it's like soon as we get out that dialogue of like feeling sorry for ourselves as a you know a race. Then we can start building and then the structure to become stronger and be built on something solid. You know what I mean?
I think, like you said, it's about changing the narrative. I heard about the story. It was they had a group of like 5 monkeys in a cage. So one monkey tried to climb up the cage. He was shot down with like water. So he didn't try it anymore. The second monkey tried to come up the cage. They shot with water. He doesn't try it anymore. So those 2 monkeys, the 3 monkeys that were still there, saw them do that. They didn't do it. They swapped out those 2 monkeys with 2 other monkeys. So those 2 monkeys tried like. Long story short, like it got to a point that none of the original monkeys were there, so none of the original monkeys knew if I try to climb up, then I'm gonna get shot down with water. But they were conditioned to just stay there because no one tried.
Right.
So it's like we're conditioned to stay at a place. Exactly, we're conditioned to stay at a place because we never try to step out of the boundaries. We never try to step out of the narrative. Because if you do step out of the narrative, it's not bad. Like you find yourself.
But now you take that same scenario. Now the monkey trying to climb out, and you got other monkeys pulling him down.
That's what happened. I think I skipped that part, but they were trying to pull him down because they thought he was gonna get shot by the water, but they never knew, you know, why the other 2 monkeys because they were never there. They just knew like you can't do this because we just saw this person not do it, so you can't do it.
Exactly. I don't know why you can't do it.
Yeah, but you just can't do it because no one's done it successfully. So I think, like you said, like this young rapper, if you change the narrative at a young age, then people grow up seeing this new narrative.
Exactly.
And it'll change generations after it, so it's more so we're not stuck in this box anymore.
You know how I look at it? This is why I work with kids. You know, I like working with younger kids over than older kids because I can plant that seed and make sure it's well. Now, if I get an older kid, sometimes my seed already grown and the tree already like might be fucked up, you know, and that shit kind of hard to fix the tree on that. But if you already planted the damn seed, right? You plant that seed right, and that shit gonna grow out beautiful. Now I'm not saying like you can't save them or nothing like that shit, but like it just basically like you start that shit early, and then that mindset.
You change the mindset of the youth, so that when they get older, like a lot of youth are more prone to vote now. They're more so into politics. You know why? Because we started making it cool. We started telling people
said that shit because I was about to argue with one of my coworkers the other day. Mind you, because I'm the youngest one at my school. I'm 27. The rest of my coworkers like 47. And mother was like, yeah, you know the problem is your Mr. M generation don't vote. I said, what you gonna say? I said my generation probably go out harder than y'all do. On some shit, so I'm like, yeah, my bad, my little 2 cents.
That's fine. That's a conclusion of our real talk conversation. We're gonna start this interview. I'm gonna let you start off.
All right.
I know you have some questions.
Now. What part were you from again?
North 21st and Dolphin.
Oh, I used to work not that far from there, a little bit off. So you ain't that far from Seoul?
No.
Nah. You ever been there?
I mean, like to speak at? No, I've never been there to speak.
Oh, okay.
Like I speak to children. My man got a program called Writers Matter, so we do like a school tour.
No,
the kids
no, not that soul. I'm talking about country cooking soul. You ain't
Oh,
no,
soul.
I don't live there no more.
Oh, okay.
That's where I'm from. That's
That's
where
where
my
he's from.
family roots is from. I've been all over the city.
Gotcha. What's your favorite part of the city? Like
I like every part of the city for what I like it for. Like I lived in South Philly.
You did? The P. That's what's up.
Lived uptown, West Philly. Every part of the city is unique for its own reason. So
I was about to ask you that. Can you tell somebody that's not from Philly that describe Philly in one word?
just raw. You know what I'm saying? Just
Like
raw.
Monday night.
He said Monday night. That's wrestling word.
See? My God.
He said like Monday night.
Damn, that's a good answer.
Yeah, it's raw because if you go to like New York, like not New York, I tell my homies that like that move to LA or you know what I mean, they ask for advice and I'm like, it's gonna take a while to adjust to because the energy ain't real like how it is out here. Like you gonna get like a runaround out there. Over here, somebody just tell you like I'm not coming or like they not gonna sugarcoat it. You know what I mean? Over there, it's like you get a lot of industry answers from everyday people.
That's what another question I asked. What's your favorite place you ever visit? Because you say you're a traveler.
Yeah.
What's your favorite place you ever been to?
Tokyo.
You been to Tokyo?
Yeah.
That shit lit.
I performed over there too.
For real?
Yeah.
Yo, how was that compared to performing in the United States?
It's different. Every country different. When I went to Tokyo, it was like an education process. A lot of times you gotta teach the people how to like party. You know what I mean? Like or how to turn up to the certain music. You know what I'm saying?
How the hell you teach?
It's an education process. It's like performer shit. Like if you familiar with performing and it's an energy. Like it's hard to explain, but like if you was in the crowd and I told you I was gonna do this before I did it, you will understand what I was doing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. How is it like the? Well, you basically answered my question. I was saying, how is it like the rap scene there?
It's J-pop. Hip hop is big over there. The reggae scene is bigger.
Really?
Yeah. So when you go to like different parts of Asia or just all over the world, you get to see like the influence of like hip hop culture. You'll see like black culture. Like you go to like Bali. We was in Bali this summer and you got Afrobeat. Like Afrobeat is big over there. Reggae is big. They listen to hip hop, but not as much as Afrobeat.
Okay.
Every different, like you know, just different parts of the world is influenced by different things. So it's like when you get over there, you get to interact with the people. But like over in Japan, they got like the hip hop clubs and like they know all the songs. Everything gets over there probably like a little later. So like a lot of songs that we listen to, like they'll know the trendy songs, but like a lot of like classic drones get over there a little later and still last. Like we was in a club called Club Harlem, and they was playing in the club 50 Cent.
50, yeah.
Everybody knew the words, but at the same time they still knew Bobby Shmurda when it came out. You know what I'm saying? This was like a year after Bobby Shmurda came out.
Right.
So it was like, you know, the hits live. They reach there a little later and live a little longer.
Damn.
Yeah.
Now I'm glad you said different. Cause remember I said use one word to describe something? When I heard your music for the first time this week, I was like, yo, this is a little different.
Yeah, he texted me, he's like, he's different. I was like, yeah, he's different.
He's
because like, different. The reason why I tell this all the time, the reason why I love Apple Music is that they give you the lyrics.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, what you're talking about is something you would not saying, it's something that you're used to, but it's presented in a different way. So it makes you look at the words completely different. Yeah. So how would you describe your hip hop style?
Right.
Is I say it's like subconscious conditioning. Cause when you hear the music, it's like I'm hitting you on different cylinders, right? So you got the EDM crowd that listen to the music and they feel it, the emotion, and how I'm saying it, they connect with it, but they might not understand the lingo.
Yeah.
But when the hip hop boys listen to my shit, it's like, damn, I know what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my songs, what I say, I said, I'm out. What I say, swear I'm always working and I'm always up to something. Yeah, I ride with them, man, but I still be in the jungle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I rock with the EDM world, but I still be in the trenches for real.
Right.
So it's like, hip-hop side to get that. But the EDM side, I probably think I'm talking about traveling and like being in Brazil. You know what I mean?
But it's good though, because you're getting those different audiences.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure your shows are probably really diverse.
They're super diverse. Like, we do our monthly at West and Down. It's called Hood EDM Purge. And it's probably we about to do our third jump for New Year's Eve. And every time we did it, it's been like packed. So 10 o'clock it opens. We hit capacity at like 10:30.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like every day, like every night. I mean, not every night, but like every month we do it. And it's all different types of people. You got like Asian, Black. I'm gonna say different type of Asians, different type of Blacks. You got the ones that like reggae. You got the ones that like Afrobeat, the ones that like hip hop. It's just all types of people, all types of ways.
It's like you tap into like the super code, because it's like your audience is so diverse. So you got different types of streams of income. You got different types of money. Like,
absolutely.
So it's just like you hit the jackpot when it comes to like your crowd, because like you said, you got the hip hop audience by your lyrics. You got the EDM crowd by just the beat. Because I don't know, have you ever been to like an EDM party?
No.
It's a different type of feel.
So I'm very selective with like the DJs I work with and the energy that I give on like EDM songs, because at the end of the day, it's a message, is a brand, and it's an energy, right? So you go on like one like hype playlist on Spotify. It's like a very well renowned like playlist run by Austin Kramer. Shouts out to Austin Kramer, but it's like I'm all over that, like features and original music, and they call it like workout music. So people will like have my music in their playlist or listen to my songs and not even know who I am. So when they see me, it's like I walk up to them like, hey, I'm Bok Nero, I did this and that. It's just like, you'll find out. But I like that. That's what I like about music, and that's how I approach it. Like, you'll listen to my stuff whether you know me or not. You know, when you meet me, it's just that much more of a vibe, you know what I'm saying?
No, facts.
It's a different energy. Like, I'm chill right now, but like on stage, I'm real like hype, you know what I'm saying? Like, turn up. So it's an energy at the end of the day. And I feel like that's the best way to connect with people, because when I'm traveling, it's like you might not understand what I'm saying like to a T, but you feel the energy. Like, I was in Netherlands, we was in Amsterdam, and I performed, and they speak English and Dutch, and people don't know like Dutch is like probably the closest language to English. Like, they have English words,
like dialect.
Yeah, it's like they have English words in their like their vocabulary. Right. So they'll understand what I'm saying, but the energy is how they connect to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or vice versa. So.
Damn, that's crazy.
So what made you get into this hood EDM vibe? Like,
I'll get right yesterday.
Yeah, because I remember maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, I went to one of your shows. This is like before you like big time or whatever. I don't know where it was. It was down Market Street. Like, remember that old like venue down like 30th and Market, or like?
You talking about Coda? It's like near McDonald's.
I don't know. It's not there anymore.
Oh, Blockley. You talking about Blockley?
Yeah, it was like maybe
Blockley.
It was a while ago, but you weren't making this type of music.
That was when I was doing more like punk rap.
Yeah.
Like Blind Game.
So what made you do the switch over?
So I went down to Miami, and I went to a festival called Ultra, and I seen the energy, like I went on, like my man Gaddafi, he was doing like the MCing for like the DJs, and he took me down there, and he was just like, watch this, and he just was like, he did his rap or whatever, and I seen that they appreciated, they connected with like his energy, because he was like a real like a lyricist, and the whole EDM thing is like performance based, and like I say, I reiterate, energy, right? So they connected with him because they respected the fact that he was like hip hop doing what they did, right? So I just understood where music was going, where it was headed, and I'm like, I love this already. I already do hip hop, but I've never been the type to just do like hip hop one way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I started off battle rapping in high school, right? So
shit.
It was just, I don't want to say it was easy, but it was like easy for me to get
street rap.
Like, I was even like, I got real animated with my voice. That was my style, and I just felt like that was the next necessary step because it's like I gotta find a way to stay in love with music, reinventing what I'm doing, and just stay creative. Keep me interested in music. You know?
So you agree with that music, hip hop needs subcultures?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I feel like hood EDM can definitely be one of them. It could be a bridge. It is the bridge to EDM because there's nobody else that's doing what I'm doing on the level that I'm doing it. With the respect of like these DJs and the fans, you know what I mean. Hip hop, I can rap, you know what I mean. So I'm never worried about that. Like I drop freestyles every now and then just to like exercise myself, you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, the challenge for me is like I said, I'm writing one song, but I'm hitting multiple cylinders. Like you know what I'm saying. I'm connecting to these people emotionally. I'm connecting to these people lyrically, and it's like double entendres and you know what I'm saying, like 2 lines for one. You know what I'm saying? So,
what's somebody that you looked up to in music? Like who was like your favorite person to listen to?
I like Andre 3000 for those reasons I said. Like he was able to like visually, you know what I'm saying. He was able to connect with people around the world. But lyrically, you had to respect him too. Kanye, because he could do multiple things. Like they told him he couldn't rap because he was a producer. He started rapping, and he was lyrically like one of the best because he like sharpened his skills with like Common, Most Def, Talib Kweli, all them boys. You know what I'm saying? There's people like that, like people that just exercise they
that's multifaceted. It's not just one dimensional.
Yeah.
So, Bok, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Where can our fans like find you at? If you wouldn't mind.
Throw all them plugs out.
So, everywhere, Bok Nero, BOKNERO, and then I got my music on this new platform called Loom. Loom app. It's a streaming service.
Can I have it?
You could just scan it with your
phone.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a new it's a new streaming platform out of the Midwest. I partner with like they really like at the beginning of something great. I be walking up to people like, yo, they like ask me the question, try it. Like, yo, where can I find your music? I'm like, yo, I got it on the Loom app. They, oh yeah, yo, you got the Loom app? You on there? I'm on there too. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. And they just launched like 3 months ago.
And where you say they were based?
The company was based out of Milwaukee.
Okay.
So it was a group of college kids that got together, and they said, "Fuck getting jobs at the school. We're gonna like start our own business." And like they found funding with it for it, and it just started growing. Like I be on there watching my streams just grow. Like it's crazy. Like it's a direct to fan from artist connection that you don't get on other streaming services.
Okay.
That's why I like it. But yeah, my music is everywhere. Bok Nero, BOKNERO, but especially on there because that's the future right there.
That's the future.
Right.
You see what Disney doing, Disney Plus.
Yeah. You have a good hindsight. Like your vision is very hindsighted. So it's very like
you gotta have that.
You see where it's going, and you see where you're gonna be, and you see how you're gonna make it there.
Yeah, for me, because it's bigger than music for me. You know what I'm saying? It's not just music. It's about like I learned music is the automobile that's driving me to these places. Like, I learned so much. Like I dropped out of college, but I write college papers. You know what I'm saying? It's like I've had political conversations with my friend in the Netherlands because he told me how their government is set up, and it's crazy. And it's like I know the difference between socialism, communism, and you know what I mean. Just from talking to people and seeing what works and what doesn't work, and it's crazy. Like. Just traveling did that for me, and music did it for me. It was like we're connected. So
thank you so much for coming on our show and being our first guest.
That's love.
Yeah, really appreciate that. Exactly. I was like, I got the first guest. I'm gonna hit him up. I was like, I know him since I was 12, guys.
Yeah, we went to school. Like,
oh yeah.
When she said when you was talking about like being like one of the only black people in a white school, it was rough.
It was
real because you look like. I know for me personally, it's like I was coming from the hood, you know what I mean, dealing with my problems back there, cousins getting shot at,
right,
cousins going to jail for
life.
life.
Shit to the white people that
real life shit.
They want to relate to.
All right, I don't want to cut
people.
you guys off,
No,
but I'm going to have to cut you guys off.
Damn.
We are at our time.
Good.
It was about to get good. We are at our time. Part 2.
Sure.
We'll have you back if you're ready.
Pop up.
That, we really appreciate that.
Listen.
I'll definitely pop up. Ain't nothing.
We see y'all next time. This is the world's most dangerous podcast. That shit is not dangerous. I'm your man, Brother Kurt.
Naomi May.
And we out. See y'all next week. Wake the fuck up.
Shout my hip hop since 1987 niggas. HipHopSince1987.com.